This video will take you through what is needed to deliver the Get Started appointments online and the resources you need to deliver each appointment. We will also be covering the template emails and how to use these, how to schedule a meeting in Zoom, and how to use Smartsheet and the Smartsheet web forms. I'll leave the time markers below in the video description so you can jump to any sections you need to. Okay, let's get to it. This is the information that's advertised on the website for members. So it follows the same structure as a Get Started program, but it's just available on site, online and on demand. So the on-site is obviously as it has been running previously, and the online is an online version. So they may choose to have all or a few of their appointments online. And the on-demand is a library of information that is available. So for example, pre-recorded videos, there's the info sheets, they've got access to a library of information. So just an overview then of the program. So again, it's available for anyone, whether they're new to exercise or take it to their next level, or at this time, especially coming back into exercise as they may have been off for some time. So the Get Started program is now then available online, on site or on demand. It will take around a month to 6 weeks to complete, with each appointment being about a week apart. Appointments are included in their membership, so they can then book for those on the app. If they're a member, it won't charge them. If they're not a member, it will then go to the payment gateway and it will then charge them for their appointments. So you can see here, we've got then the different appointments. So 5 different appointments. If you open it up, you can see then the first appointment's the health profile. So that's all the information that's available for the member to then see. Okay, now we're going to go through the Get Started online procedure. All the information is saved in the G drive. So you can click on here, it'll open up a little window and then just find the G drive. So you can either here or here. I'm going to go to Health and Wellbeing folder and Corporate and Global Documents. And within here we've got all the procedures for health and wellbeing. We then click on Get Started and Online Appointments. And within here you've got all the information that you need. So what we're going to look at is the procedure here. It's a Word document just with all the information that you need on it. And we'll give you an overview of what the appointments are about. So it's Get Started on site, online and on demand. It's obviously to help members achieve their health and wellbeing goals. The aim is creating visits and creating adherence, and it's a blended approach. So on this document, all you really need to worry about is just the first sort of section. On the second part of this, it's got really much more detail about it. But what we're looking at then here is an overview of the appointments, and here you've got then the Zoom links, and this is then so that you can then set up the meeting with the member for their appointments. Each appointment's 30 minutes long and they're booked on the CRM system, so booked on Gladstone for 45 minutes. Appointments are all booked via the app. You've also got the info sheets as well that are here. So you can click on that, for example, to have a look, and it will then open up the info sheet. But these are all embedded into the emails that are going to be sent out. Yeah, so you've got 4 info sheets that are sent out in advance of each appointment. And there's also a general induction video. So that's the sort of on-demand stuff, all this online stuff here. Then this is then the different appointments. So yeah, you've got then the 5 different appointments, and then here's all the information that you need in each appointment. So we've got the lifestyle questionnaire now online. So then you can then click on this, for example, and it goes to a form. This one is embedded into the email that's sent out in advance, and the member then completes that, and I'll show you then where you can retrieve that information once they've then completed it. We've got one here. So this is a bit like the back page of the lifestyle questionnaire, where you then go through it with the member. So if I click on that, for example, So as an instructor, I'd complete this with the member. You can screen share it with them. So like now I'm sharing my screen here. You can share the screen then with the member and go through it with them. So you can put all their details in here, what centre they're part of. They might not be a part of a centre, what appointment it is, and then their age range as well. We're taking this information just for our sort of funding opportunities in the future. The hacked information that we're gathering, which is HACT, and it's linked to the housing and children's services are also gathering this information. So you can put that in there. You can ask, do you currently work out regularly? And then I'm very knowledgeable at training principles. I'm very knowledgeable about nutrition. I'm highly motivated. And then you can click send a copy for your response and then submit. And I'll show you where that's going to go to. And then we can do that again on the 5th appointment, and you can then match the sort of benchmarking. So that's the first appointment lifestyle questionnaire. So the second appointment then, what we'll do is we'll go through then the program card with them. What we'll do on this one is slightly different, where we want to put their email address at the bottom of this form. So again, click on the form, that then opens up. You can put their information in on there. Again, what centre they're part of, their mobile number, etc., and what goals that they want to achieve, and what appointment number it is, how many days a week they're going to work out, so what the frequency, intensity and time is, how long they're going to work out for in total. So you can ask them all these questions. How long are you looking to work out for? And then any notes you can type into here. I want to do a cycle for a warm-up, and then as part of cardio, then I want to do a cycle, for example, treadmill. You can tick on multiples if you want here, moderately. Actually, I'm just going to spend 15 minutes on the cardio, and then moving on to resistance exercises. What resistance exercises you want to do, and then what weights, for example, you'd want to do as well. How many sets that you want to do, and what repetition range they're aiming for. So yeah, let's go 12 for 15 for toning. Cool down for 5 minutes, what they're going to be using, and then a stretch. And it's just as simple as clicking. You can tick on all of those, and that goes in there. And then again, you can put your name in here and any additional notes. This time, I want to send it to their email address. So you have to tick this box here. Send me a copy for my response. Send it to their email address, so they then get a copy of that, and that gets submitted. And then I can show you what it looks like then when it comes through into your email. So that was the second appointment. There is an alternative program card for working out at home. If they're not going to come into the gym, then there's another one there that you can use. So moving on to the third appointment, the supervised workout. There's no information that you have to then use on this appointment. You can do it as a workout. You can do it as just tweaking their program. So moving on to the next appointment, what they will get prior to the appointment is an email with the food diary. So we need to make sure then that we go into Smartsheet, for example, and pick up the food diary prior to the appointment. Okay, but what we want to do on the appointment is go through the Smartsheet healthy eating sheet. This is very similar to the program card, where then we'll take them through the healthy eating sheet. So click on that. That'll open up then the web form to complete. Again, put their details in here, what centre they're part of. So the structure is what you eat is linked to the healthy lifestyle, whether you wish to lose weight, etc. Go through the checklist and click the areas that you need adjusting in your diet. So here, for example, do you include carbohydrates in your meals? No, I don't include any carbohydrates. So actually, let's click on that then, because they need to then concentrate on that, for example. Do you aim for wholemeal rather than white bread? No, I don't. I eat just white bread. Okay, it'd be good for you to then just increase a bit more fibre in your diet. Do you limit carbohydrates? Yes, I don't actually refine sugars. Yeah, I don't actually eat any cakes. Okay, so we won't click on that one. Let's leave that one then. Do you aim for carbohydrates that are low and moderate on the glycemic index? and then you can then explain a bit more about the glycemic index and how that works. And then smart fats: eat a small portion of nuts and seeds, etc. Have oily fish. Yeah, that's what they should aim for then. So I've clicked in that. Do you limit saturated fats? Yes, I do. Okay, let's leave that then. So it's as simple as just going through this really and asking the questions, ticking on that, that goes in there. Alcohol intake, etc. Again, you can put your name on here and then any additional notes. And then let's put their email address in here then, so then it goes to their email address, and then submit. Because we can actually find this in the Smartsheets. Okay, then moving on to the next appointment. We've got appointment 5, which is the monthly review. What we want to do then is pick up the lifestyle questionnaire again, find out the sort of benchmarks within that. But let's go through the lifestyle questionnaire. So this is the same as the first appointment. You'll go through this again with them and we'll see what the difference is. That mirrors the first appointment, so I won't take you through that again because we've already been through it. So essentially that is the structure. That's all you need to worry about really. Okay, let's go into Smartsheet. What we'll do is send you a link to Smartsheet where you can then pick up all those documents. And then once you've logged into Smartsheet, you can then access it again quite easily. Obviously going through your browser, you can then save it as a favourite up here. So I've saved then the lifestyle questionnaire here as a favourite. But actually if you forget to, then it's like any third-party application. You can then just Google it basically and then log in that way. Just make sure obviously that you then save your passwords, etc. It's opened up on the correct document. If you need to see all your Smartsheets, just click on the 3 lines here and then you'll be able to see all the Smartsheets. So yes, it's a lifestyle questionnaire one that we want, and yes, it has come in here okay, which is good. And you can then scroll across to make sure that all the information's come through. Yeah, that's good. Okay, which leads on to, let's go through then the emails. So we'll go back to the G drive. We'll then have a look at the email templates. This will then get sent out to them prior to their appointment with the Zoom link. And we'll go through that now. So that'll open up the template email. What we can do is to copy that. So yeah, highlight the whole thing and then copy, or you can do the keyboard shortcut if you want to. And then we'll open up a blank email, paste in the information, and we'll just amend that. Delete all the irrelevant information out and then type in their information. And we can put the date, etc. And I'll show you where to pick up the Zoom link from. So let's then look at Zoom. So again, what we do is go back to this document. It's got the Zoom information on it. So here's all the Zoom information. Let's copy that. These Zoom login details will be changing as there will be a Zoom link available for each site. I will update the Zoom link details in this document. So I'll copy the Zoom information and copy it into your email browser, and then we'll just log into Zoom. And then what we'll do is to schedule a meeting. So you can then click on the schedule a meeting. You might need to check Gladstone, check +2 to see when they've got their appointment booked. And then, yeah, you just change the date obviously on here and the time that's relevant. You can change the duration on here to 30 minutes and then we'll create that. So we'll save that. That then creates the URL that you need, which is here, the invitation link. So let's look at that. Let's copy that over. And we'll then go back to the email and we'll embed that here. So let's just, actually let's delete that bit there. But we'll embed it into that word there. So highlight the word, right mouse button click, and then click hyperlink, and then add that in here. So paste that Zoom link in here. Okay. So that's created that there. Let's just check its works. We can see it's works by when we've hovered over it. It's then, you can see it says Zoom. Yeah, so that's the Zoom link that they'll then get. And then amend the date and time on here. And then let's get rid of the red. And that's it. Just check it's all okay. Actually, we need to have a subject. So you can then just paste that into there as the subject. It's got all the information that's there. You've got a link to the video. You can watch that if you want to see what that's like. And then check it's all okay. Obviously you get their email address and that gets then sent to them. So that is the template emails. And then obviously all the others work exactly the same way and it gets sent out prior to the appointment. That's it then. That's all the information that we really need to worry about. So just go through the first part of this document here. The second part of this document is just full information. So there's lots more information of actually, if you're not sure how to construct an appointment, it's got all that information there on each appointment, an exact breakdown of what you then should do. Likewise, second appointment, etc. So that's all that information that's in here. So you can see it's quite a big document. You've got copies of then the resources, and then we monitor and evaluate that. So we mentioned about hack questions, which will evidence outcomes, and it integrates with health and the impact on the delivery. So they can then have ongoing appointments afterwards, which are the keep on track appointments. Please keep an eye out in this document for any updated changes. So thanks for watching this tutorial on the Get Started Online Appointments.